Devo Massa going new Schlagus for Gael Falchuk Park and Croke Genocht for the 2024 GAA Champion 15 Awards. Craigie Falta and Isha Carja Riv, your host for the evening, Damien Lawler.
Thank you, Jerry. Gwina Ushla, Hookdron Common Lucas Quail, or Stuart Hoare, Tafal Charo, Galera Park and Croke Genocht. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a historic night here at the home of Gaelic Games, Croke Park. Tonight, we're delighted to once again celebrate the players of the Rackard and Meagher, Nicky Rackard, Christy Ring, Joe McDonagh and Tailteann Cup competitions. Over the course of the next hour or so, we'll honour each individual selected for the teams, and we'll also announce the player of the year from each competition. When your name is called, apart from the goalkeepers, we'll ask every department of the field, full back line, half back line, midfield, to walk up through the middle and receive your awards from the Uachtaráin, please. But first, before we get down to formalities, please join me and welcome to the stage Uachtaráin Cumann Lucas Quail, Jarlath Burns.
Híine Ursula agus a chairde go léir. Is cúismhór achas tú a bheith ar láthair ag an bronnú seachanacht. A thug an aithas de thar imróí ar an gascí móra ar an farca mar imléana le na gundaithe. Is iontach go bhfuil ócaid den cineal seo agin leis na gascí sin a ahans. Ba bhhailm humáid cógáirde sé anú le hahan duine a mé gradam am bronnú orthú anacht. Thugmhar gid éachtaí ar an farc an irid sásab do riine fud fad na tíre imléana agus níl áras ar bí faoi go bhfuil na gradam seo tilse go maiththugah. Bí cinse gur cúisbróid na gradam seo, ní hamháin díobhse a chairde ach do bhar jolaí, bhar garde, bhar go imróí, bhar globanna agus do go leor daoine eile chumáid. My friends and fellow Gaels, it's my privilege to welcome you to Croke Park for this auspicious occasion and the opportunity to acknowledge and salute players who are exceptional in their exploits during the Joe McDonagh, Christy Ring, Nicky Rackard and Rackard and Meagher Cups in hurling and in the Tailteann Cup in football. 3 weeks from today marks the calendar anniversary of the foundation of the GAA 140 years ago. Wrapped up in the aims and ideals and vision of the people who gathered in Thurles in 1884, there was a genuine concern for the protection and preservation of our native games and of the need to pass them on to future generations. Wherever and whenever we gather to play our games, we honour the legacy of the tens of thousands of men and women who brought the hopes and dreams of Thurles to life. People who carefully nurtured the flame lit that day and brought it to towns and cities and far-flung villages and parishes and unleashed the energy and activity that sees our GAA clubs proudly stand as the lifeblood of communities all over Ireland and in more than 50 countries are fud undoing. Nothing celebrates the GAA more than the playing of games. And tonight, we salute a group of hurlers and footballers who are magnificent ambassadors for the game and are an inspiration to the clubs and counties that you represent. I was fortunate to not only know Joe McDonagh, but to have called him a friend. He was a giant in spirit, energy and devotion to all that is great about Ireland and its culture. An inspirational orator, he was probably the most beautiful speaker of our native language. He was a born leader and brought these qualities to role as Uachtaráin and to his commitment to the development of hurling. It is fitting that the cup that bears his name should be such an important part of the hurling calendar, and he would have been very satisfied at the way the Joe McDonagh Cup has been contested since it was first introduced. Christy Ring once dismissed an attempt to shower him with praise over his majestic career by insisting the greatest players are with us now and better yet to come. Far from false modesty, he was adamant that as long as the game was played, it had the capacity to produce heroes. There are few now left among us who had the pleasure of seeing Ring. His contemporary Nicky Rackard or especially Rackard and Meagher play in the flesh. But the passing of time has done nothing to lessen their impact. They took our native game and elevated it into an art form, and the crowds that came to see them play were often swelled by thousands who had no link to the Cork, Wexford or Kilkenny teams they played on. It is for that reason, the power to inspire, that their names were important to dedicate to competitions contested by counties who in many cases have never played in the Liam McCarthy Cup, but are not defined by that statistic and certainly not lessened by it. As someone who never had the opportunity to play hurling, I am in awe and envy of all those who do so. And while it may not have been possible for me, I made sure that my own children had the chance to play, and I'm delighted to say they continue to play and enjoy the game. Our granddaughter Blahin resides in Nicky Rackard country, and like any doting grandfather, I look forward to her playing camogie for her club and county, while also privately hoping she can somehow play ladies football for Silverbridge in Armagh. Our Hurling Development Committee have set a clear roadmap for the future, a set of goals that will not be achieved overnight, but which are necessary to secure a future for hurling and camogie. We want more players, more clubs and more games. And the star players like those from across the McDonagh, Ring, Rackard and Meagher Cups here tonight can hopefully inspire the next generation in your clubs and your counties. The five-tier approach to competitive championship hurling has worked so well that it is strange in a way that it took football so long to try and replicate it. What matters is that it's in its 3 short years the Tailteann Cup has provided a similar sort of springboard to progress and elevation with competitive games. Like our hurlers, I want to salute the team of footballers who have been selected for going above and beyond when it came to serving their county this summer. Football can learn from hurling when it comes to maximising its potential as a spectacle and be the great game we know it can be. Next weekend, the experimental rules take a step on that road, and some of the players here tonight will have a part to play on that journey, and I wish you well. This is an important night for our players, but I would also like to sincerely thank 2 other groups, starting with P, who are often overlooked, and that is their parents and partners, the people who are the power behind the performance. I hope that a night like this goes some small way to addressing the sacrifice that you too make, and for all the times when you were an ear to bend, a shoulder to cry on, and felt like a psychologist, a physio, or a PA, did you get to enjoy this occasion and feel some satisfaction. As a parent of an inter-county player, we know the extraordinary commitment that inter-county players make today, the determination, dedication and sacrifices they make for the honour of wearing their county jersey and chasing the dream of playing on big days at Park and Croke. For too long, these goals were the preserve of a handful of teams that contested the Liam McCarthy and the Sam Maguire each year. Big championship days at Croke Park and the steps at the Hogan Stand is a target for many and not few, thanks to our hurling and football tiers, and I congratulate these players who brought us such excitement in the pursuit of glory this summer. Arish mar uckal skull, Janam Cogarges Livalig, Winigi Ard Tachnif as Okaj Nahiha Anocht, Guramahag of Kildare.
Gaurav Milama Good Uchtron. Okay, now it's time to announce our first team of the year, and it's the Champion 15. This team is comprised of players from the Lorimar, Nicky Rackard and Christy Ring competitions. But first, let's have a look back on the year that was.
I'm from a club, Burt, from the Inishowen Peninsula in Donegal, which is well up north. Massive tradition in the club, you know, we're probably one of the oldest clubs in Ireland, you know, and hurling's been there for a long time. And back in my playing days, the club went for 16 in a row, which was massive for us, you know. And the competitive nature of hurling came out of there. I suppose when I retired, I always felt to maybe get involved and try and get involved in Donegal hurling. But the love actually come from being reared in Burt and the tradition, you know, and getting competitive nature from there, you know.
Past Tucky and Chin Gavin Brown, is DNA Shugas Nyard Spas, Agus Egg, Oscar Sus, Agus and Eric Shaw, Curtis Jal, Agus Near Shin, Brian McIntyre, Instance Spas, Agus Apple Shin, a Creek, New Harlan Trasnan.
I'm from Lisbon Hurling Club. We're just outside Enniskillen and Fermanagh. We're the only club in Fermanagh with a senior team. There's other junior teams in Fermanagh, but we're the only club with a senior team. Brian Cody had an easier job than the Fermanagh hurling manager because he had so many players to pick from, whereas the Fermanagh manager is limited till, you know, 1-2 clubs. It's not a simple job like when you have such a small pick.
2024, there's a lot of change for us. Brian Dowling replaced David Herity. So there's a bit of freshness brought in, even though it's a young group. There's a lot of experience there. A lot of lads have had success with their clubs, particularly the Naas lads, a couple of Kyle Love lads there that have won championships. So coming in, we knew we had the players. It was just about getting everything, all our ducks in a row pretty much.
And Céad Iri agus an Céad Jesh de Kildara agus an Kyunshin shoulders ja Cretan here agus an Céad score fwaja ag Simon Lacey.
We actually lost the Nicky Rackard final last year, so there was big motivation there to fix that this year and get over the line against Mayo from the year before. You know, we lost a tight game to Wicklow, so but that day there was a lot of young lads. It was first time in Croke Park. You know, we have a young panel, and on the day we maybe just didn't perform as good as we could, and them young lads wanted to put that right. We felt if we get back there this year, that but experience is standish, you know, and going down the stretch in the final this year, they come good for us, you know, and just the heartache from the year before, it just got us over the line this year, I think, you know.
And Esh doing all the chat on Tussie Oshin Grant agus pass Torch to Tucker McConnelly McGee Craig the hair Jagger Cool and Cool of the Yig doing the goal.
You did feel it was getting away from you one stage, but when Josh got that first goal, it really put pressure on Mayo. You know, they'd led the whole game, and suddenly hurling turns so quick, you know, and we get 2 goals and we end up a point up after 61-62 minutes.
Funya Corn Nash the shoulders Jagus Chagolenta Gilmore Lesh Steve Mel the Coolinish Jesh and Ishmael Sergeant Tanninger Jesh Huggins Creed Irish Ig doing the goal as Jans and Cool.
I felt Mayo hurled for 55 minutes and Donegal hurled for 15, to be honest, and we just got a smash and grab out of there, you know. When you look up at the clock and we're 4 points up and we're 72 minutes gone, you're thinking, right, we have it here, but you're never safe in hurling. But it changed so quick. 62 minutes, we were 3 or 4 down, and suddenly 10 minutes later we're lifting the cup, which is great, you know. And it's great to see a young lad at Conor Garden. He's only 20 years of age, but somebody that we felt could lead the team, and it was nice to see him go up the hug stand and lift the cup.
It was a great start for us. It's a dream start in the All-Ireland final. Talking to Mert and a few of his mates afterwards, I don't even think they got into the stadium by the time he had scored the goal. So, but look, it was great. It kind of got us set up.
Catches Jogs and his Jesh like Kildare Sheridan Sawa chanted and Kedur of Need and Darna Hur agus Burke and Creek.
James Burke probably put the final nail in the coffin for Derry on the day, but it was great. It kind of rounded off a full team performance. It was special, kind of looking out and just kind of being on a special place in the heart of Ireland, pretty much, you know, in the heart of the GAA world. I was told I was the first Clane man anyway to lift an All-Ireland senior title. And you're up there kind of after giving the speech and everything, you're taken by it all, and then you're making your way back down, and the kids that were there seeing us off are the ones that are right beside the steps at Hogan Stand looking for the selfies and the signatures and everything like that, and it's the full circle effect, and it's unbelievable.
8 days before the final, on the 24th of May, my first child was born, Irla. It was pretty hectic then from then on in, so he was born on a Friday, we got home on a Saturday. I managed to get the training on the Tuesday and Thursday, and then we were down to Dublin then on the Saturday. Fairness to Anya, she was pretty accommodating for me, like there wasn't really, I just more or less lifted the kit bag in a way, so I've paid for it since now, right enough, but no, it was hectic, but it was good too at the same time. Yeah, 4 months old now, so thriving.
They're going to test all over. Sheila, Vale, has spotted for here inside Joe. Quinine, ver cool, get asked to Joe. Erich, they get these 10 months. Voskas cool all and Fritchik, Joe. Quinine, had Joe, they're cool.
We got the second goal, and then we nearly thought, you know, at that stage, we nearly thought we're home and hosed, but then Longford come back at us again, you know. So the last 5-10 minutes was hectic. Like, I was playing centre back, I was completely out on my feet and just trying to keep the ball out. Like, the pressure was on, but in fairness, anytime we did stop them coming through, got the ball up, like, we seemed to always tag on a score, you know, which kept us at just their noses in front. It was a lovely day, like the sun shone, like, and just that's where you want to be in Croke Park on a nice day like that there, like, and winning a tight game, you know. As I was coming down the steps on the other side after lifting the cup on, you know, I was in FaceTime with my sister, so sort of been like, right, need to get showered and get up the road here.
Gordia Scott Dinna. Now we'll announce the winners of the Ring, Rackard and Meagher Team of the Year, the Champion 15. Starting with the number 1 jersey. Please welcome to the stage, from Clane in County Kildare, Iverhain Paddy McKenna.
The Kildare captain was a rock-solid presence for the Lily Whites throughout their successful Christy Ring Cup campaign. He kept 3 clean sheets, his distribution was excellent, and he made a couple of big saves in the final itself. Features on the Team of the Year once again, having picked up an award back in 2022. Power fair amok us amok.
Well done, Paddy. When Paddy broke through, Paul Dermody was number 1 in Kildare goals. He was Paddy's school teacher. Paddy took his place. He got his jersey, but he got lots of extra homework as well, so it's all paying off now. Next, we move to the full-back line. And please put your hands together for Kildare's Rian Boran, Derry's Mark Craig, and from Donegal, Stephen Gillespie.
Kildare's Rian Boran has been one of the most consistent performers for a number of years. The Naas clubman was superb again in 2024, as he was in 2022 and 2020, when he was also featured on the Team of the Year. For the second time in 3 years, Derry defender Mark Craig has made the Champion 15 Team of the Year, which is a testament to his consistency. The powerful defender was rock solid at fullback, and Burt clubman Stephen Gillespie capped an outstanding year by making his 100th appearance for Donegal in the Nicky Rackard Cup final, scoring a point in that match and playing a big part in preventing Mayo scoring any goals.
3 great players, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to all. And we move now to the half-back line, featuring players from all 3 competitions once more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage Kildare's Conan Boran, Mayo's David Kenny, and Fermanagh's Ryan Bogue.
A formidable half-back line indeed. Kildare's Conan Boran is now in his 3rd year with Kildare and joins his brother Rian in this year's selection, Honor Moore down Clownshin. The young Naas clubman was a powerful figure thanks to his physicality and ball-playing ability. David Kenny excelled at centre-back for Mayo, and he captained them throughout their Nicky Rackard Cup campaign. And Fermanagh's captain Ryan Bogue was an inspirational figure at centre-back during their victorious Lowry Maher Cup campaign. He has previously been recognised by both Nicky Rackard and Lowry Maher teams. Farfoyle Ganauris.
Thanks very much, Jerry. I'll move over to the roving mic now. Ryan, have you worked up all the brownie points at this stage, or how are you fixed?
I'm out at the minute, so I am.
A bit of work to do yet. Just in fairness, what a weekend for you. Will you ever forget anything like that? Winning in Croke Park, going back up to your little baby then straight away?
No, it was very special. Like the week leading in was hectic. Like there was a lot going on. You were trying to concentrate on the match, but no, look, it was great. Look, lifting the cup, and then you just knew that you could park that and move on. Then you know.
Okay. Well, congratulations on the great year. Best luck going forward, Dave. Being from Turin, you weren't going to avoid hurling, but you played a lot of football in your time as well. Can you sense hurling in the county growing now? There's a rest of Mayo team in the championship. People are starting to put a serious effort in again.
Yeah, absolutely. The county finals actually tomorrow for both senior and senior B, so it's great to have 4 senior teams now competing in Mayo, and it's taken off in those junior clubs. I think we have about 9 or 10 clubs in junior alone, so yeah, it is taking off.
Well done, David. I'm going to move over beside you, and I'm going to move beside Conan. If you're like the rest of the Borans, you do your hurling on the field, you won't talk a huge amount, but what's it like to get out there and play with your brothers? And from such a family, you could never avoid the game anyway, I'm sure.
No, not at all. Look, the path was nearly paved there, with an older brother leading the way, and hopefully there's 2 more boys in the way on the conveyor belt, so we'll keep it ticking, Damien.
There's a few cousins as well. So that's Conan, David and Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. That's our half-back line. It's the cousins you have to watch out for. They're as good as well. Right, it's time now to honour the 2 men playing in the middle of the field for the Champion 15. And wearing number 8, having impressed for Donegal in the Nicky Rackard Cup, Gerald Gilmore, and our 3rd representative from Kildare this evening, Gerald's midfield partner, Simon Lacey, ladies and gentlemen.
The hugely skillful Setanta clubman Gerald Gilmore was Donegal's most prolific scorer during their victorious Nicky Rackard Cup campaign, hitting an impressive personal tally of 140 over the course of 5 matches. It's through an Will Gerard and Shulling and but we are joined on stage by his midfield partner hailing from Kildare. Simon Lacey was a driving force in the middle of the field throughout Kildare's Christy Ring Cup campaign. hoovering up possession and chipping in with some very vital scores, including 2 in the final.
Yeah,
Radham atá tiltte go maith.
Absolutely right, Jerry. Jerry got 139 in the championship. Simon Lacey can play absolutely anywhere. Well done to the two lads as well. We move on to the half-forward line, ladies and gentlemen, where Donegal's Liam McKinney, what a driving force he is. Kildare's Jack Sheridan and Shane Boland from Mayo take their awards now.
Yes, a much-deserved recognition for Liam McKinney from the Burt Club. He was a live wire in the Donegal attack throughout their Nicky Rackard Cup campaign, finishing with a personal tally of 122 score Uttagarfad. Jack Sheridan is named at centre half forward. He was superb again in attack this year, scoring 439 over the course of the Christy Ring Cup campaign, and he picks up his second team award of the year. And Shane Boland completes the line. The Turin man led the charge in the final against Donegal, hitting 9 points, of which 7 came from play. He adds this year's award to his one from 2020.
Absolutely. Liam's still only 20. Jack's looking for a 6th county title, and Shane Boland was on fire all year long. He got 2-7 in the as Mayo won the National League title as well. Finally, on the Champion 15, we move to the full forward line. Let's see who's there waiting. From the Laurie Mara Cup, please welcome Cavan's Nicky Kenny and Longford's Keane Darcy. And in the middle, at full forward, after impressing for London in the Christy Ring Cup, Jack Goulding, ladies and gentlemen.
A powerful attack in this year's Champion Cup team. Nicky Kenny was the main man in attack for the Breffni County throughout the Lowry Maher Cup campaign, scoring an impressive tally of 335 over 5 matches. London's Jack Goulding was on fire for the London Hurlers throughout their Christy Ring Cup campaign, the St Gabriel's man and Kerry native, finishing as the competition's top scorer with 550 from 5 matches. And Keane Darcy made a massive impact for the Longford Hurlers in the Lowry Maher Cup this year, as he finished the competition's top scorer with a tally of 367 from 6 matches.
3 serious players there, ladies and gentlemen, would make any team in the land. And that concludes our first team of the evening. Let's just take a quick recap on the winners. The Laurie Maher Cup is represented with 3 players. 5 players featured in the Nicky Rackard Cup. And the Christy Ring Cup boasts 7 winners in the final side. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations once again to all our winners. Okay, time now to switch our focus to another superb competition. And as Gerald was saying, there was very few like Joe McDonagh and the Joe McDonagh Cup. There's very few competitions like it as well. Let's take a look back on memories from another thrilling year in the Joe McDonagh Cup.
At the start of the year, we knew like that the Joe McDonagh winning that, getting back into Leinster senior hurling was our main goal. We're with 7 or 8 years out of Leinster, like we're in the Christy Ring, we're in the Joe McDonagh a good few years, got bet in the final last year. Obviously we just knew we had to get back up there, especially with the...
We were, luckily the fixtures were out at that stage, so she was due to be born actually in the middle of the league. So when we got the fixtures, we just checked it up and we're like, it might be in around a certain game, and ended up being a Kilkenny game. But luckily, she was born the day before the Kilkenny game, so nothing clashed there on that one. But then only about 2 months later, not even 6 weeks, we had a wedding in the middle of the championship as well, our own wedding. So that was another thing we had to kind of plan around. But once again, it didn't clash with anything, thank God. So everything ran plain sailing for the 2 big events that we had there. Before the Joe McDonagh final, I have a 4-year-old at home, Leodon, and then our new addition, Rua, and wife Helen, now after getting married. So I'd all had 3 things leading up there that definitely had to look after them before the match anyways, yeah.
We started the year off poorly, Laois caught us, and we were in big trouble then. We knew we'd win every game after that, and kind of put a bit of pressure on us for the rest of the year then. It was do or die, kind of every game we went out then. We went and bet Meath and kind of won our next game against Kerry and booked our place in the final.
The way they were going, the way we were going that year, we knew there was going to be very little between us.
Killian Kiley now taking up the opportunity off his left, up into the air it goes, looking to get the opening point of the Joe Mac final, and he's got it.
Brian got an unbelievable goal at the start.
Straight in as far as Brian Dignan, and Brian Dignan with a goal opportunity, and he buries it.
That was a brilliant, brilliant finish.
I was calling for it anyway, and I was saying, throw it in. He left in the top corner. I was thinking we're off to a good start. But then I knew not to get carried away, because the year before I scored a goal, I think, after a minute against Carlow, and we thought we were away with it, and we know what happened then after that. So we kind of knew we had to just stay doing the right thing. It didn't really mean that, and like, we knew Laois were going to get their purple patch. We just had to stay going. But it was a great start to get off to.
For us, we knew we were annoyed that we didn't finish that half well, so we wanted to kind of drive on to start the second half.
We're no longer out and hadn't probably even the straps and the helmet, and the ball was in the net.
Oisin Kelly as well came in as a sub before half time, and he's put it in the back of the net from the throw-in.
They're saying down in Offaly that death taxes Oisin Kelly goal because he just loves goals.
Controlled by Charlie Mitchell. He's got three. Another one would do very nicely. And that's 4 points by Charlie Mitchell.
Sure, I was gassed at that stage. I had no energy left. It was turn round, run back out again. You didn't really have time to be patting yourself in the back.
7 days after they won the under-20 title, it is Offaly who have come back from defeat 12 months ago, and they have won the McDonagh Cup for the first time in their history.
There's a lot of us that's a long time there on the road, travelling a lot of distances and playing teams all around the country with only our mothers and fathers going to some of the games. Like, there's so much work goes into it the last couple of years.
You could feel like the happiness among us all, and like the relief, and it was just just them few minutes on the pitch after the final whistle went, like that's what you play for, I suppose, kind of that feeling, you know.
The work that goes in is no different than what goes in at Lee McCarthy level. And some teams might never get to that level, unfortunately, which is the teams they are. They might never make that break. So to have Champion 15 there for them, I think it's brilliant. At the end of the year, it's a nice touch for players to be acknowledged for what they did that year.
Yes, it was an unbelievable competition, a great final, and Laois came right back at Offaly near the very, very end of it as well. We'll now announce the Joe McDonagh Cup Team of the Year, and once again we'll invite the recipients to the stage. So, taking the number 1 jersey from the Abbey Leagues Club in County Laois, it's Enda Rowland, ladies and gentlemen.
Enda impressed throughout the year, conceding just 3 goals in the group phase of the Joe McDonagh Cup, and once again his distribution from restarts and open play was of a very high quality. Cool Boira, Fuile, Gan Auras.
Yeah, well done, Enda. Over 100 appearances for his county, back in the Shinty team very, very soon, and an All-Star nominee in 2019. Well done, Enda. Congratulations to you. We move now, ladies and gentlemen, to the full-back line, and in front of Enda is his county man, Diarmuid Conway, and from Offaly, a duo, Kieran Burke and Ben Keneally.
A powerful full back line who all featured in the Joe McDonagh final. Diarmuid Conway represents his club, Croke Ballacalla. He made a big impact on his return to the team after a year away from the panel. Beside him, Kieran Burke, who is picking up his 3rd Team of the Year award, having picked up awards in 2021 and 2023. He was crucial to Offaly's Joe McDonagh Cup success. And Ben Keneally also features on the Team of the Year for the 3rd time. St. Ryan's clubman once again proved that he's a hugely consistent defender.
Well done, lads. Well done, Ben. If you're stuck for a babysitter, Ryan Bogle will give you a hand next year as well. So good luck with that. We move now to the half-back line, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got Laois and Offaly representation once again in the form of Pádraig Delaney, Cillian Kiley at centre back, and completing the line at wing back all the way from Kerry, Fionn Mackesy.
Pádraig Delaney has matured into a centre-back of real authority. The Harps clubman's ability to read play and distribute accurately is the launchpad for many Laois attacks. Offaly's Cillian Kelly's transformation from attacker to defender was vital to the faithful's Joe McDonagh Cup success. He anchored their defence superbly from centre-back, and his distribution also enhanced the Offaly attack. And to complete the line, the powerful Fionn Mackesy, who incredibly has now featured in the Team of the Year for 4 years running. Lagunta Cléchen.
Well done, guys. If Cillian Kiley has his hand in plaster, I'd hate to see the other fella as well. So best of luck to him. And well done to Fionn too. Puck Fada title, scored 1-4 in the quarter-final Kenny last weekend and recently defended his PhD as well, so well done Fionn. Okay, we rock on now to midfield for the 2024 Joe McDonagh Cup Team of the Year, and would you believe it's a Laois pairing from Rathdowney Earl, the great Paddy Purcell, and Clough Ballacola's Aidan Corby.
Paddy Purcell has been phenomenal for Laois since making his debut in 2013 and was superb again this year, scoring an impressive total of 214 from his midfield berth over the 5 games he played, including 5 in the final itself. Beside him his county mate Aidan Corby, who was arguably Laois's best player of the year. Full of industry and skill, he produced a series of dynamic midfield displays, including the Joe McDonagh Cup final itself, when he hit 4 points from play. Blian Larry of Gunane Hours.
Yeah, unbelievable. 9 points between them in the Joe Mac final as well. Well done, lads. Just 2 lines now remaining in the Joe McDonagh Cup Team of the Year, so we move to the half-forward line. And it features Aaron Dunphy of Laois, Killian Doyle from Westmeath, and off-Laois, Killian Sampson.
Aaron Dunphy is one of the most consistent forwards in the country and was superb again this year for Westmeath. He scored an impressive tally of 143 in 5 matches. Westmeath's Killian Doyle is named as centre forward after a superb year. He racked up an impressive tally of 143 in 5 matches, and another great season for Killian Sampson sees him recognised in the Team of the Year once again. The adaptable Shinrone man impressed in a couple of different positions for Offaly this year. Blaenúach on ours.
So well done to the 3 lads, and I'm going to grab them for a quick word when the uke drawing is finished. So I get you over here. Aaron, how are you? Look, first of all, I'll start with you. Bit of disappointment there this year, obviously, but will certainly drive on in a new manager as well, Aaron, next year.
Yeah, very disappointing, obviously, to lose the final, but all we can do now is regroup under new management and go again for next year.
Thanks, Aaron. As for you, Killian, is it more the same? How would you look back on 2024?
I suppose it's probably a disappointing year if any of the teams that the Joe McDonagh don't win it. It probably is because we all feel as if we've a good chance to win, so we'll regroup and go again next year and hopefully get back to the Leinster Championship.
Okay, good man. And finally, Killian as well, I come back to you. Great times for you guys down in Offaly. Just the ball probably started rolling maybe 10 years ago, back into schools again. How have you seen the success over the years, maybe across a few levels now?
Yeah, I think the work has always been there, and I suppose everyone's been putting in hard work the last number of years, and it's nice to see it finally paying off with the young lads with the last few, the minor final and 220 finals, and then to win the Joe McDonagh this year. It's just huge to get back up to the top level again, I suppose.
Okay, well done to you, Killian, and to you, Killian and Aaron as well, on your great achievements. Congratulations, and well done to you, lads, okay? So now we move to the final 3 players on the 2024 Joe McDonagh Cup Team of the Year. And what a full forward line it is. It features Offaly's Charlie Mitchell, Offaly's Brian Duignan, and the number 15 shirt goes to Down's Dahi Sands.
Offaly's Charlie Mitchell scored 118 over the course of the Joe McDonagh Cup campaign, and he saved the best until last by producing a man-of-the-match performance in the final win over Laois. His county teammate Brian Duignan was the competition's top scorer with a personal tally of 337 from 6 matches. And the final spot on this year's team is recognition to Down forward Dahi Sands. The Portaferry clubman has been a class act for Down for the last 7 years and once again showed his finishing ability by scoring 5-8 from play. He adds this year's award to the one he picked up back in 2020. Leach Kintig on ours.
So well done to our 3 lads. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our 2024 Joe McDonagh Cup Team of the Year. Just to recap, we've got 6 representatives from Offaly, we've got 6 from Laois as well, and a player each from Kerry, Westmeath and Down. Congrats to each recipient for their standout performances this season in what was an unbelievable competition once again. Well done, ladies. Well done, lads. Okay. Our final team to honour this evening is the 2024 Tailteann Cup Team of the Year. Again, let's take a look back at another exciting season in the Tailteann Cup.
My GAA club is Saville, so it's located just about 10 minutes outside Newry, County Down. Great club, great facilities. I actually played a lot of handball for Saville as well, represented my county. My sister she's a handball in here and she doesn't play anymore. Like she would have played up here.
Havern with 5 points for Down. There'll be just one between them if this goes over. Strikes it smartly, strikes it well. He's had an excellent opening 36 minutes.
The way Down play football, I think they were expected to beat the likes of London and Limerick. We played Limerick in the league beforehand, so we knew what we were getting there, and still great. Like every county team has great players, they're great teams, like, but I think going to London was a wee bit weird because, you know, you're playing in London. I've never jumped on a flight before to go over and play in our team, so that was, we would have a away day. So yeah, we beat London, and then obviously we played Wicklow and Uri. It was not a good game, but I think the weird one is people need to expect you to put them teams to bed and beat them by X amount of points. But you're not going to do that because county teams are trained just as well as like everybody else, so you know what to expect, but it's hard just to finish teams off all the time.
It's all over at the end of a magnificent semi-final in the Tailteann Cup here.
So it is Down who will be back here against Laois. Replay of last year's Tailteann Cup semi-final. The full-time score here at Croke Park shows that Down have won it by 2 points.
Down don't have great records in finals over the number of years, so I think that was a wee bit of fear there too. That plays in the back of your head.
Havern kicking it ambitiously, kicking it brilliantly. Level again.
The thinking at half-time was our shooting was off, the percentages were down, and I think there's a wee bit of fear because at times this year in games, if we miss one and then we miss another, it sort of just seems to accumulate. I think that was a fear of ours at half-time, speaking to a few of the players. It was just like, regroup here and get the thing together.
Back to James Kelly again, knocking it into the mix, seeing what might happen. And it's fisted defiantly away by Ryan McAvoy, I think. And back in, what a goal by Mark Barry! Wow! It's a 2-point game with another 3 minutes still to play.
Oh, some goal. It was a rocket. It was some finish. It was probably the best goal I've seen. And you're sort of scratching your head and you're like, is it their turn here? You know what I mean? So it was a scary moment. Like,
it's all over, and Down win the 2024 Tailteann Cup. They defeat Laois by just 2 points.
There was even a muted celebrations at the end because you're like, thank God we got over the line. But I think obviously when we got into the change rooms and you're standing with your teammates and your managers and you have the trophy, you know, I think that was the better feeling. That was the best feeling of it. You don't actually realise how important it was for the team until you do it. And you think about it now, you know, it's the gateway into the Sam McGrath for us, and obviously it shows improvements as a team. And yeah, it was nice to win it.
Fair play to you, Pat, and you played a serious role in that as well. So we now come to our final team of the evening. It's the 2024 Tailteann Cup Team of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, we will start with the goalkeeper, and the first name on the team sheet was Killian Roach from Laois.
Killian began the year impressing in Laois's Alliance Football League Division 4 winning campaign. He added a new dimension to their play in 2024, scoring 13 points in the Tailteann Cup.
Great year for Killian. Played for Clare at minor, 21 and senior, but after Sigerson moved over to Laois and he's a main man there now. So well done, Killian, to you. Congratulations. Now, to the 3 men in the full back line in front of Killian on the 2024 Tailteann Cup Team of the Year. 2 representatives from Down, Pierce Laverty, Ryan McAvoy, and alongside them, Cavan Keenan from County Antrim.
Pierce Laverty picks up his 2nd award in as many years. He led by example for Down with excellent displays when marking some of the most accomplished performers in the competition. At full back, he's county man Ryan McAvoy, a young player already very experienced with Kilcoo and Down. And completing the line, one of Antrim's most consistent performers, Cavan Keenan, who made a significant contribution in his first campaign at senior inter-county level.
And I might let Mrs. Keenan off, but I'll have a word with the two lads if that's all right. Pierce, you're fairly sick of talking to me these days, but in fairness, you got over the line, but geez, you made hard work of it.
I suppose as Pat was saying there, we thought we were hum and hose there in the last sort of 10 minutes or so of the game there in the final, but then that rocket of a goal went in and sort of shook everybody a wee bit, and the panic maybe set in for a few minutes, and then thankfully we took control of it then for the last couple of minutes and go to the line. So yeah.
I asked you before, like after having so many close calls in the run to that game, when you're on the field and that ball goes into the back of the net and there's maybe two points in it, do you get time to kind of doubt where you're at, or does that even come into it, or are you able to shake it off just like that?
Yeah, well look, I suppose when you've come that close so many times, it does creep into your mind mentally, and it's sort of a domino effect across the whole team. So I suppose that's probably one of my jobs in the field, is trying to get everybody settled and regroup and take control of it again, just get the next score on the board, you know. Yeah,
well, you did a great job on that. And Ryan, I suppose if you had Conor Laverty as the manager and Pierce as the captain, was there ever a night off to be had in Down this year?
Down?
Yeah.
Was it? I'm Flandern.
Oh, sorry for Antrim, I beg your pardon. In terms of, like, I suppose, a new manager this year, McEntee drove it on big time. What would you be looking for 2025 as well?
Oh, well, the last 2 years now we've got the semi-final, so we're just looking to push, hoping things click that bit more and get on the final and get playing at Croke Park again. That's the end goal.
You never played minor or senior for your county, so I think you got 2-4 in the club game against St. Teresa's, but McEntee was more impressed with your pressing at her rather than your scoring.
Yeah, so like to pride myself in turnover, so do even being a forward for club. And we had an in-house game one day, and he says that's a man that can play number 4, like, so I just got all the man working jobs this year. So
did you enjoy the step up?
Oh yeah, definitely enjoyed the step up big time. So I did. Enjoy the professionalism of it as well, like, so yeah, enjoyable.
Thanks, Cavan. And final question to you, Pierce. Speaking of step up, you're not finished on your journey just yet either.
Yeah, look, we're obviously, it was our ticket to the Sam Maguire football, look, so things have to lift. You have to take it to another level now through pre-season, and we're stepping up into Division 2 as well, so we've a big year ahead of us and a lot of work to do now in the next few months. Like.
Okay, from County Antrim, Cavan Keenan, from County Down, Pierce Laverty, ladies and gentlemen. Got my counties mixed up. We move now to jerseys 5, 6 and 7 and our half-back line on the Tailteann Cup Team of the Year. It's Daniel Guinness from Down, Brian Byrne from Laois and Evan Lyons from County Sligo.
An excellent campaign for Daniel Guinness sees him recognised in the Tailteann Cup Team of the Year. The Down man registering a goal and 9 points in the tournament. His through-and-knock while Daniel had shot Lingan-knocked. Brian Byrne at centre-back was a significant influence for Laois throughout the competition, scoring 2 vital goals in their semi-final win over Antrim. And Evan Lyons completes the half-back line. Shamrock Gale's clubman emerging as a key performer for Sligo this year. He adds this award to the one he picked up in 2022.
Well done, lads. We're driving on. We move to the middle of the park, number 8 and number 9 on the Tailteann Cup Team of the Year. Limerick's Emmett Richter and Down's Oran Murdoch.
2 all-rounders pick up the awards at centre field and are thoroughly deserving winners. Emmett is an exciting emerging player for Limerick, scoring a total of 3-5 in their Tailteann Cup campaign. And it's no surprise that Oran Murdoch is included, like he was last year, a gifted and versatile footballer. He himself scored 2-6 in Down's Tailteann Cup winning campaign.
Yeah, it's a great year for both Emmett and Oran, so congratulations, lads. Now, we move to the penultimate line on our Tailteann Cup Team of the Year. From Laois, Mark Barry. At centre forward, Kildare's Dara Kerwin. And completing the half-forward line, Sean Carabine from Sligo.
A formidable half-forward line indeed. Mark Barry proved once again that he's a sharp and accurate finisher, racking up 4 goals and 20 points in Laois's campaign. Dara Kerwin was a shining light for the Lily Whites, registering 20 points. And Sean Carabine gets the nod at number 12 after an impressive season for Sligo, scoring a goal and 23 points. And Sean's award will be picked up on stage tonight by his mother, Breege.
Well done to all 3 players on a great year. Mark was outstanding, got an unreal goal versus Down in the final. Dara Kerwin has been in fine form all year for college, for club, and for his county as well. And as for Sean, a serious free taker, part of a new crop of exciting Sligo footballers, ladies and gentlemen, and 7 points against Limerick this year. That was a highlight. So well done to the half-forward line. Okay, that leads us nicely to our final 3 players of the 2024 Tailteann Cup. On our team of the year, the full forward line. Huge congratulations to Niall Murphy of Sligo, Evan O'Carroll from Laois, and Downs Pat Haverin.
Niall Murphy is the 3rd Sligo player featured in this season's team. The experienced Sligo forward continues to impress, scoring 221 in the Tailteann Cup run. Evan O'Carroll is named at full forward, a key player for Laois, who contributed 216 to their tally. And finally, in corner forward, wearing number 15 jersey, is Pat Haverin from Down. He finished the Tailteann Cup with 25 points. Nakunta an talan atá sa líne sin.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff for the lads. Niall Murphy, debut 2013. Evan O'Carroll made his debut at 17 years of age. And Pat, well, Pat's just been on fire all year long. Okay, so a massive congratulations to all those honoured in our 2024 Tailteann Cup Team of the Year. We'll just take a quick look at it. Features 5 players from the Tailteann Cup champions Down, 4 players from runners up Laois, 3 from Sligo, and a representative each from Kildare, Limerick, and Antrim. Congratulations once again, lads, to all of you winners. Well done. Okay, we're moving on nicely. We now move to the part of the evening where we announce the recipients of the prestigious Player of the Year honours. The winners will receive the award from the Uachtaráin, and we begin with the Player of the Year in the Laurie Maher Cup. Please welcome to the stage, from Longford and Cloughturton, Cian Darcy, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Cian. Cian had a sensational year playing for Longford. Cian comes from my own club in Kilruan, McDonagh and Tipperary. Cian's mother, Hilda, comes from Longford, and he qualifies. Have a few words with me, Cian, if you don't mind. This is the highlight of your night. Cian, congratulations. I suppose, first of all, would you just explain to people the link with your mum, Hilda, and County Longford, and how he ended up playing for the county?
Yeah, so, you know, Mam is from Longford, you know, the Kieran family. He owned a pub there in Main Street in Longford, you know, and Adrian Moran came knocking on the door, you know, because I wasn't back in with tip and stuff, but, you know, like, this won't be possible only for Adrian came knocking on the door, and I'd say, you know, thanks very much to Adrian for him and his backroom team for giving me the opportunity to come to Longford and play. And fundamentally, I know you since you're a kid. Hurling's what you do. You just want to play hurling all the time. Yeah, sure. You know, like our own club, Kilruan, like, you know, hurling there is huge, you know, and just even started off hurling down in Longford, you know, Dad gave me the hurl, you know, the cliche, 4 years of age, you know, but made the move to Tipperary then, you know, and never looked back with my own club. So yeah, thanks be to God, because he got the winning goal for us in the county final 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, and you stopped the years of misery for me, Cian. Just a final question for you. You were so enamoured with the Longford setup as well. I met you during the year, and you couldn't believe how I suppose the standards that they had, and the camaraderie that they had, and the abilities that they had as well. Yeah, exactly. You know, and you think, you know, you kind of move away from Tipperary, that the standard won't be as good, but like some of the best games I ever played in any jersey have been with Longford. You know, tight games there with Fermanagh, you know, going down to 1 point. But you know, like Longford were a super group of lads. You know, during the year we had a family bereavement. My uncle Ben passed away, you know, and literally the day he was being buried, I was flying on a flight to go play a hurling game with Longford, you know, and like Adrian and his team, the Longford lads, you know, put your arm around you and you just feel at one, you know. So obviously the result wasn't what we wanted, you know, but still, nice night tonight are just extra special. So yeah, well, your uncle was a legend. You're not doing too bad yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, before he goes, anybody wants to buy a hurley, Darcy Hurls on Instagram, Cian Darcy. Well done, Cian. Next we move to the Nicky Rackard Cup, and the 2024 Player of the Year goes to a young man from Donegal, Liam McKinney. Well done, Liam. So Liam is part of a new wave driving Donegal hurling. He's only 20, still one of their main men though. Club level is motoring very well too. He got 110 for Burt in the recent county final. Liam,
Did you enjoy playing for your county this year? What was the highlight for you?
I loved it this year, really. It was great to come back and win this year, because it was the heartbreak of losing last year, pushed the whole team on, really, and myself especially, just putting in a bit of extra effort in the off-season and then reaping the benefits then come the championship.
You left it late enough in the final as well, Liam.
Yeah, we struggled for large parts of the game. We went in at half-time, wondering, we didn't know what we were doing ourselves, and we came out in the second half and we still hadn't got going, and we left it till the last 15 minutes, and everything just seemed to fall into place very quickly, and we came together and got over the line in the end.
Can you explain to people just how fanatical people are in your parish about the game of hurling?
Yeah, as Mickey was saying there in the video, everyone loves hurling. It's just, but it is a dual club, like, but it's hurling is where it started there, like, and there's still a large number of the Donegal team from the parish of Burt, and there's still young players coming through, like myself as well, like, which is great.
You're not too old yourself, and congratulations on a great night and a great year. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Liam McKinney. We move on now to the 2024 Christy Ring Player of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for London's Jack Goulding. Congratulations, Jack. Jack knows every airport here and in the UK. He's been hurling with St. Gabriel's, plays football with Fulham Irish, Fitzgibbon Cup in UL. He's from Kerry. He's taken numerous flights over and back across the Irish Sea, and to play with his brothers in Ballyduff. Can I join in the chat? Well done, Jack.
Thanks very much.
What an effort, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, how many flights did you take this year to get back home?
For hurling?
Yeah.
I think about 5 with London. I played my club down in Kerry this year.
Yeah.
I think it was about 5 as well.
Okay. Were the Green Party onto you?
Yeah, I was told I need to start planting trees. Yeah.
You've had a great year. You work as a physio as well, don't you, Jack?
That's right, yeah.
Is it hard to coordinate everything with the job you have, trying to keep your club going as well, and trying to play to such a high level over in London as well, even with the logistics of it?
Yeah, the logistics is very tough for me and for my girlfriend and for all my friends and work and everything. It's in London especially. You could be doing something every day of the week if you wanted to. But yeah, you've kind of everyone in London. If you want to play hurling with London, you got to make the commitment to get training. And a lot of lads could be travelling over 2 hours to get there. But yeah, we love it over there. It's like a little community.
Yeah. And just to keep the club thriving. So it's maybe one thing to do it here in Ireland, but to do it over there is not simple either.
Yeah, it's not. I think when I moved to London, it was the way to get to know people, and the club over there is like a second family, and it was a big decision to go play at home this year. But yeah, the county final is actually on there now this weekend, so I'll be a supporter.
3 brothers playing? Have you?
3 brothers playing with the club in Ballyduff in Kerry. Yeah. So yeah, that was the big decision really to go home. My mother was, she's been plaguing me for the last 5 years to come home, so it was a big decision.
Come back, Jack. You're more than welcome here. What a player he is, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Goulding. Well done, Jack. Now it's time to find out who's the recipient of the Joe McDonagh Player of the Year for 2024. The answer is quite simple. From Offaly, it's Charlie Mitchell. Well done, Charlie. From a great club in Offaly, Kilcormac flying it. Heroics helped seal the Joe McDonagh Cup triumph as Offaly bagged 2 titles in 7 days. Charlie was player of the match in the final. Positioning, ball control, angle running. He was an absolute nightmare to mark. And Charlie, great times for Offaly hurling.
Yeah, sure. It was a savage year with the Joe McDonagh obviously winning that after what happened last year, and then the under-20s as well as winning the All-Ireland was huge. It's given a huge lift to the county, and hopefully now we can push it on now next year in Leinster, and the under-20s will give that another rattle, so it's all good at the moment.
With your own club in Kilcormac, always a stronghold, but even the numbers you have playing senior hurling is even hard to make the squad down there, isn't it?
Yeah, like we were saying, there's a serious panel of lads like that. There's probably, we have a senior B team there, and there's lads in that like, they'd be probably playing the most club teams around the country, like they're that good. So it's savage to have a pick like that, but the standard in Offaly is very good at the moment at club level.
Yeah.
So we're in the county final, so it'll be tough obviously in that. So.
Yeah, best of luck to you in that. Final question for you, Charlie. Just on Joe McDonagh final day, just the ball didn't come in too often, but when it did, you had to make it stick. Does that bring pressure on yourself being at the inside forward line at times?
Yeah, I suppose we talk about like the boys trying to get it inside, and then once it comes in, it's kind of our job to make it stick. But I suppose when you're out there, you're not thinking about that. You're kind of just playing what's in front of you. So it's just.
You don't look too stressed in fairness, Charlie, but he is our 2024 Player of the Year for the Joe McDonagh Cup. And I think we're going to another stress-free recipient for our final award of the evening. Aguina Ushla, the 2024 Tailteann Cup Player of the Year from Down, Pat Havern. Pat had a great year all the way through. In the Tailteann semi, he got 7 points. He got 3 points against Laois in the final. He got 1-2 against Wicklow. Like Pierce from the Saul Club. Pat, a great year for you. I was talking to Charlie about the inside forward line. Sometimes it's just maybe a position made for somebody. Do you feel about that role in the Down team?
Yeah, there's a bit of that too. I think I find myself out in the middle of the field. I don't think Lav likes that too much, but I come out sort of try to get the handball because at times it's hard to play inside. So
can I ask you, these new rules next weekend, are you rubbing your hands with glee at the prospect of quick ball coming into you?
Yeah, look, that's look at. So hopefully the rules. I'm actually going down tomorrow to train, so see what they're like. So hopefully the rules are, make the game a wee bit faster and a wee bit better for the inside forward. So
you have to do even more sprinting, Pat. Just in terms of, I know you're ambitious. I know all your squad is ambitious as well. I was saying it to Pierce, you guys, it took you a while to get to Tailteann, but you want to seriously drive on now, I imagine.
Yeah, look, obviously last year against Meath, how close we got, and this year how close it was at the end. It was good to get over the line, but then looking forward, I think there's that wee bit more drive in us to obviously give the Sam a rattle and then maybe try and get up into Division 1. So yeah, Lav's always putting pressure on us to get better. So
Pat, you had a great year. Congratulations on a fine campaign. Well done. Pat Havern is our Tailteann Cup Player of the Year. Well done, Pat. And well done. Congratulations to Pat and all the players who featured on each team tonight. You're truly deserving of all the honours that have come your way. Also, thanks to your friends and your family for supporting you throughout the year. Thanks to all of you for your attention here in Croke Park tonight, and for those who watched across the globe on the various social media channels as well. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have one final round of applause, please, for all our winners here tonight?